Hi, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. Today we're going to work on this, I think it's called a Bagatelle, on a Williams Blast-Off. What I want to do is I want to get this ball out, and I want to get these leaves off first, so I can get them in a polisher. And I don't believe this goes across here. I don't know exactly where it goes, but I know it doesn't go across there. It may go here or here, I don't know, but I know it doesn't go across there. It might have been an add-on by somebody over the years, but I know it doesn't go there because all the pictures I see don't have it. This we're gonna throw in a polisher and get that nice and polished up. And right now we're gonna flip it over, and I want to get these switches, these leaves out. I'm gonna have to figure out something creative for this. I don't know what I'm gonna do for that. Right now it's just a old piece of a fuse box that is on there. It might have to stay unless I can figure out something to remedy that. Maybe you put a nail right in here to give it a bounce off. Somebody already put some screws in there. I know there was like a metal flap that act kind of like a spring. I don't have any way of recreating anything like that, but we'll do our best to recreate that. And again, picture. What I want to do is take all these leaves off, and that one's stripped. That one I knew was stripped right away when I looked at it. So that one's probably going to be a fun one to get out. But these switches, they all need to go in a rock tumbler to get a polish on them. Because they everything going in here is going to get polished. They all need a good polishing. Like I've said before in other videos, whatever touches that ball, I like to have polished if I can. Plus this is just kind of like a creative, neat area that the ball can go to. I need to move you a little bit and see what we can do about that screw in order to get it. It almost looks square inside there. It looks very squared. Almost like this squared bit. Would fit in it, but it doesn't. Let's try some of these hex bits that I have. See if we can get one of them just to bite it. No. If not, I will be taking a little Dremel, and I'll just cut a line in it, and we'll make it into a what you would call a flathead screw. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Alright, let's pause the camera and get my Dremel. Alright, got my Dremel with a little cutoff wheel, and I'll just make a a slice into it. Trying to figure out what's the best way, best angle. Probably right about there. It's a pretty soft screw. So there we go. There. That one will not be going back in there, and I don't want to actually touch it right now because it probably is going to be hot. So I'm going to throw these in a rock tumbler, and we'll be back in a day. Alright, we're going to get back to these. So, last video, well, this was actually a week or two ago that I did this. So, from what I remember of just going through everything right here. Let me get that out of my way. We took these off. We had to cut one of these off so we could get a new one in. I took it, sent these through a polisher to remove all the crud and junk off of them. Those are good. I took that metal flap from the front that was made out of a fuse box. The fuse box lid actually was like one of these, except this is a bus fuse. I don't know if you remember these fuse boxes. This is bus. This was little fuse. You can actually see part of the fuse there. And that says little. This was this was the exact same thing as this at one time, except for this was little fuse and this is bus. These just open like that. Somebody used this lid to make a flap. But I figured out how this originally went on, well, how this originally worked, and made a brand new recreation of that exact flap of the spring steel. So anyway, let's get this back together. I believe I have to pull all three of these bulbs out to get at the bulbs so I can put new bulbs in there. So what we're going to do first is clean all these contacts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, if you're just joining me, this is just a cheap Harbor Freight plug-in Dremel, but we're using an actual real Dremel 443-bit. If you're just tuning in for the first time, and thank you. So now these all go back in like this. Every single one of these is exactly the same. If you hear the wash machine back there, that is a wash machine. Let's get a couple of these and put some screws back in it. I did get some new screws for this. Get out of there. Get out of there. So now when a ball comes through and hits one of these, it engages the leaf. It'll roll right past it and engage the leaf to let the machine know whatever leaf we triggered. So, are you a subscriber? If not, please subscribe. Over 60% of my viewers are non-subscribers, but, oh, this is the garbage one. This is the one here that I had to cut. So we will not be reusing that one. I have a new one for that. So 60% of my viewers, over 60% of my viewers are not subscribers, but they're repeat viewers. So clearly I got to be doing something right if you're coming back over and over again. So please hit that subscribe button if you find these videos interesting at all, which I believe you do. I am subscribed to even other people's channels. So I like just watching pinball repair. It's fun to me. So, alright. I bet you some of these screws are for the other side. These screws are already in the board still. So now we got to remove these 4 screws. So I got to get these out. There's no way to access these bulbs from the other side. Now we got to pull these pins out. In order to do that, I'm probably going to have to, yes, I will have to pull these staples out. These will not be reused again. Wow, these are in there good. What else can I use? These probably will work. Those are just really good staples. Well, I just end up cutting it, which works too. If I'm going to cut them, I don't want to use that. I will use this. We'll just cut them and leave them there. They only were needed there for the construction of the game, not for anything else, because the sockets screwed down actually will be holding them in their place. And these are some deep staples. There. Oh yeah, those are in there good. So we get that out. pull this one out of the way too. This one. Holy cow. No need for that long, people. You remember, they used good stuff back in the day. Man, those are long. Alright. We got our 4 bulbs out. While I'm here, I might as well just take the longest part of these out. Give them a twist around. There. Alright, as you can see, these bulbs, all 4 of them are burned out. Original 44s. Did they say anything on them? Do you have a W or a M? 44s. It says 44 right on there. 44, you can't see that, but I can see it. So we're going to clean those light sockets with my little Dremel 443. Alright, I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to go dig out some bulbs, some LEDs for this, and we'll be right back. Alright, I got Comet frosted lens, warm white, that we will be putting back into here. And since these are screwed down, and I will never be able to access them unless I tear this all apart again, I am going to plug them in and test them. So one will go right there, and the other will go right there. Now once I plug this in, we should have bulbs lit. 1, 2, 3. And why don't we? Why aren't these lit? Do we have a short somewhere? Okay, that is odd. Why are we not lit? We're lit there. And then, or we were not touching one or something? Okay, that is strange. I am guessing we have a shorted bulb somewhere that is not allowing this to work. That's what I am guessing. It could be too that there's just so many other bulbs in here, so I cannot test them, which is sad. But I know the bulbs work, and I'm guessing I have a shorted bulb on here, original one, where it is not allowing these to illuminate. I have had that happen before, where a bulb was burned out and shorted, or I had an overload of just bulbs that didn't allow me to test them. But either way, which is fine. Which is odd though. which is really, really odd. Why won't that work? Let's try it one more time. It's just too odd for me. Put that right there. And that is to a ground. Nothing. Something is keeping them from lighting. Let's do this. So remove that. I guess we could leave those there. We will take this wire off, and then they should light. I need to verify these sockets are working. Alright. The only would be this bulb here or that bulb shorted. Okay, we got those out. This can go here. This can go here. That will plug in. And on this, we'll plug in here. There we go. Now they're working. So something in the chain, we probably have a really bad shorted bulb. Like I remember this game working, but I don't remember if any of the lights were working. I've seen it barely work, but we do have working bulbs here now, which is good. So somewhere in the chain we have a bad bulb, which is eating the juice from this, which I've had before. It's nothing new, but I really need to verify these bulbs because these are hid in a unit and you cannot access them at all, except for the back when you unscrew them, and that's it. This is the only way you can access them. That's why they're all 4 burned out, and they were never replaced because nobody knew how to get them. But we got new Comet bulbs in there, and now they will last forever. These, I believe, I can access from the front. Alright. So, I'm going to flip this up out of my way. The bell dung. And so you can see there, as you can see, there's a bulb right in here, there's a bulb right in here, there's a bulb right in here, and then there's one right behind here. You cannot access them, but these two I can, except I can't even touch them with my fingers. So we're gonna have to use the bulb removal tool, which is just a piece of hose that fits on the top of the bulbs. You can see these all work real nice. That ball will just go bloop, 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 bloop. So this one looks like it was good. This one's burned out, that one's good. Garbage and bulb box. Alright, so we will clean those out with the Dremel. Put 2 bulbs in there. And test it again. Those are highly corroded. This one was really highly corroded. The other one was okay. Bulb tool. get your own, just take a brand new bulb, bring it to the hardware store, find a piece of little rubber hose that just fits over it snug, and buy maybe a foot, and then you can cut it into 2 different pieces. Alright, bulb tester. Let's get this, well, we'll just leave it attached. I will flip it over, hook a lead here, hook a lead here, plug it in, do that, plug this in, there we go. Let's turn the light off. As you can see, it's got a beautiful glow to it. So that's that. Love them comet bulbs. Let's get this out of my way now, so I can set this back down. Okay. Alright, now we're going to work on this. As soon as I get my bulb tester going. And let's put that wire back. Did I plug it in? No wonder why it doesn't work. I'm like, why isn't this heating up? Okay, take 2. There we go. I can feel it buzzing in my hand now. There we go. My buddy John gave this to me. It's a Wen, W-E-N, 225 soldering gun. It's probably from the 50s, I'm guessing. 40s to 50s, but as you can see, a big fat chunky wire like that, it nuked it up in seconds and fixed it. Heated it up. Let's get some stuff out of the way, and does it. I still love my Hako, but for soldering big, fat, juicy wires like this, yeah, this one is great for that. And then lugs for coils, like I had to put a new coil on here earlier. It's just, it's awesome. So we're going to tackle this one now. Let's see how good I can get you near it. This one's going to be easy to remove. We're going to remove these 4 screws. This screw here and this screw will anchor it. It will keep this in the correct spotting, I should say. These 2 are for adjusting, but as you can see, whoever put this in here, these should have been like more in the middle, so this could be adjusted in and out for the correct spacing for launching the ball. But somebody just put them on the ends from the factory. But when we take it off, I will show you something. Here. Right here, my drill screwdriver, see that little dot there? And then right there, it's hard to see. There we go. Those where Williams wanted the screws to go, right there and right there, instead of here and here. That way, like I said, this thing, it could have been adjusted backwards and forwards like this to properly get the shooting of the ball correct. But somebody probably was a decent employee, knew exactly where this was going to be, and just zinged them down. That way there was no need for adjustment because they pre-adjusted it right at the factory. But otherwise, you'd be able to go back and forward this, and then wherever it was set, you would put your 2 screws here, and it would lock it from moving back and forwards. So anyways, since that is done, we are going to pop this apart. Take these 2 screws out, clean this up as good as we can, and put in a sleeve in. And there's a screw. There's 2 screws. Get them out of the way. This will go like that. This is just nasty. That. We're gonna have to see. Oh, duh. It comes out that way. I'm gonna have to get my tool to pound that out, which is just a socket. Screwdriver. What the hell's that noise up there? Oh, sorry for kicking you. This is a Craftsman 44406 socket. 44406. It's a 9mm deep socket. However, it's the exact same size as coil sleeves. This is just a normal A1 22550, and here's a garbage sleeve, and there's a good sleeve. Bye bye. Don't need this anymore. We will get a rag. Maybe we'll get our naphtha. Move you a little bit right there. Our rag, our big naphtha jar. I'm going to start doing some coil wipage. Again, this is not required to clean this, but why not? You're there. You know what I mean, Vern? Clean everything up. Take the spring off. And you can just take the spring and hold it and spin it around in a circle. Get it clean. This looks like a normal Williams part they've been using for umpteen years. Looks just like a part of a vertical up kicker. Looks just like a vertical up kicker. Take this bracket. Clean while you're in there. Like I said, it's not needed, but why not? That's my belief. Why not? Alright. This goes like that. That goes back in there. I really need to get like a sleeve that allows me to tap these back in. But this works perfect too. Ta-da! full. Screws. Man, I just hope I put this back together correctly, because I just didn't even listen to my own rules. The rules I tell everybody, take pictures. Just totally blew them out of the water, didn't even listen to myself. Get those tight by my hand. These might work better. Oh yeah. Vertical up kicker works beautiful. Let's put the locating screws in first. And the other ones we can just tighten down right away. Okay. There. This last screw. There. That's all good. We got good wires. We got super movement. It's nice and smooth. It's gonna kick that ball up. We got these adjusted. We need to be in. This will go on the other side. Like that. There. Or was it like that? Yeah. I forgot I cleaned it. So when the ball sits on the other side, the weight of it will hold it down. Let's show you. I can see the wear on them to begin with. Alright, let's get this junk out of my way. I can go back over there. Alright. Alright, so the weight of the ball right there holds that. As you can see, can we focus on it? There. The weight of the ball right here will hold that down. Once that kicks it up, it will lift up the leaves. And with the other side, there's the leaves. I'll tighten it in on them. Alright, they are open right now. As soon as the ball is sitting on, it closes the leaves. So you open, closed, open, closed. You can see right through the machine. The ball sitting on, they're closed. The ball shot up, they're open. Same with these leaves here. Every time the ball goes down one of the chutes, it's going to open and close them. Is that ball that heavy? I guess so. These just have a good spring to them. Oh yeah, it does it. Yeah. These just have one hell of a tight spring to them. I was like, how can a ball even move them? But it's enough. The ball just needs to get by just enough. The only other thing we have left to do. We're all done back here, I believe. we got our leaves cleaned, adjusted. Well, I didn't have to adjust them because they're already good. I just want to verify each one is open. This one just, it seems like it's already closed. And I'm doing against a rule I tell you guys, don't adjust them with your fingers. There we go. Get a little movement out of it before it touches. That one was touching. See with this one, I get a little movement out of it before it touches. Next one, a little movement out of it before it touches. This one, a little movement right here, then it touches. Last one, a little movement, and then it touches. This one, first one here, that was touching the whole time. That's what you want. You want a little movement at that first, and then a touch. See how they're both touching now? They will both wipe each other. That's what we want. So this is all done here. Now we got to get to this half. Right here. And work on the glass / plastic. Which there isn't too much I can do with it. It is just a shield that the ball goes in. Let's get that ball in there. Now, these were the screws here that I was telling you about, that flap. However, good, I have a thing here. I'll use a little Novus 2. See if I can get some of this dirt off of there. Novus 2. I'm going to try to clean the wood. See if I can get some of the dirt. I'll show you where that metal bracket that they generically made. There, I get the dirt off, but I can't get rid of the paint wear. And as you can see by how thick these staples are, I am not even attempting to try to remove this to clean it as good as I can, due to just how thick those staples were. Overly long. I may end up destroying them. I don't want to do that. I just want them to do their job. Alright, these two screws here, this was just like that. That's all that was. So the ball would come up, fly up through here, go past the spring, it would just hit that and then do whatever it wanted. So this is gone. This is the new one I made, which was good. These screws were already there. So we're going to take these screws out. I'm probably going to have to take them out with this because it's magnetic. If I can get my screwdriver on the thing. There. Now this, from what I've seen of every single picture, It goes like that. I just want to get these started with my magnetic tip. There. This was fun to make. I think I either made 2 or 3 of these. But this is just needed to do a bounce. That's all it's needed for, is that first bounce. It's spring steel. It just needs to do that bounce. So when it shoots up, it can do whatever it wants to do. Voila. Alright. Next is, we're going to take that plastic, we're going to zoom you out. We're going to stop the video because this is going to stop by itself, so we'll be back in a second. You won't even know it. Alright, my thing stops at 30 minutes, so if I don't stop it, it automatically stops. My camera stops recording. Novus 1. We'll widen this out a little bit. I like using this for the clear plastic. This is clear enough. I could probably high speed polish it with Novus 2, but I don't want to try to make one of these if I screw it up. So with everything, I always say spray it. On the fabric first, especially back glass, and then we're just gonna wipe. This will take dirt off and crud and whatever, but I really want to just see how good I clean it. This is the outside first. This goes like that. I can tell because there's a trail right here where the ball is rolling. That goes like that. I just want to clean this first, see what I can do. Then I'm going to flip it over where my hand is, clean that one second. Get that as clean as I can. Then I'm going to screw it down here and then re-clean the outside. I don't know what that is there for, but I didn't put it there. So it's going to stay. Alright. I'm going to wipe this down as good as I can. That's probably as good as it's going to get. See what I can do with this ball line here. If I can remove any of it possible. It's about as good as it's going to get removed. Now this, I'm going to put back down. So wait, no, that was the outside. Now we're going to clean the inside. Again, spray it on your fabric. This is the inside. That's why I couldn't get the ball line off. Now I'm going to clean the inside, and once the inside is clean, then we will screw it back down and clean the outside again. I just wanted to have my hand on it so I could scrub it as hard as I could first. I don't want to push down on here and scrub it. This way, once I screw it back down, I can just wipe it off lightly and it will be good. Alright, now I'll take a dry side. Polish this as good as I can. I have to use my leg. So I really don't want to touch the inside after I clean it. I don't want any fingerprints on it because it's not going to be touched again. There. So now I'm going to lightly touch it on the edges and throw her down there. And then we're going to take the screws and screw them back down. And I'm going to have to add screws to it. There's a lot of ones that we had. Was missing some. So that's tight. Whatever is loose or stripped, we will fix first. I think that one was loose. This is a wrong screw that was on there, I believe, or it was a right one. But there was only one of them, but every other screw was like this. So I plan on putting all these back on, and if they interfere with the back glass, I will get these other ones that are countersunk. Like that. These are like pop bumper screws, but very short. And I don't have any. So when I put this together and when I do put the back glass in, if these are anywhere too close to the back glass, they are coming out instantly. And they are not. This is thinner than this. I will show you, which is good. So this, I'm going to measure it. It's right up to where it says 290. Anyways, right here, it says 290. Put that on my thumb, right there. So I'll hold my thumb and I'll put it up against that. Let me get it to the edge there. I have to set it on this, on an angle there. See how I have that big gap there? If I put it down here, my thumb's right on it. And here it isn't. So this is countersunk down further than this, and this doesn't touch the back glass. So if this is further down into the back, these screws will never touch the back glass, so which is good. So once I get all these screwed down, and then we'll clean the front of it off. We got the Bally in already, which is good. Like I said, we were missing some screws. I'm going to show you a factory picture of this as soon as it pops up. I'll have to use my phone. But because there was a bar that was on here, somebody put on here, I am not putting it back. Alright. This is the picture of the one I got off the internet. And there was a metal bar on this one that went across. Don't know why it doesn't fit anywhere on it. It was, somebody just put it on at a later time. But also, if you notice in too, these screw holes right here aren't used. However, let me do this too. Get to the internet where they got a picture of the glass. Where's a good back glass picture? take a picture of that. We will show you. Focus. There we go. There is no room for this metal bar to go across anywhere. I will show you this metal bar that was on there. Just somewhere in this box. There it goes. This was on there. It is actually, it fits on there, but I don't know where it went because it was across here. But if you look at the picture, as soon as I can pull it back up, there isn't one on this picture. See? And then the cover, there isn't one either. So there are two spots where it could go. I don't think it's going to go across the top, because if I put it across the top, we might have visual of it on the arch. If I put it across the bottom, it could work right here. So I might put it there, because you cannot see, and it could go there, I guess. I'm going to put it right here where I think it was, because the way that these screws are, it just looks like it could have went here as a brace, because this does clearly fit on there. This is where it originally was, but the thing is, on the picture before, there wasn't one on there. This is off the internet, but this was on this machine, and these people have owned this machine for a long time. So I believe I'm going to put it back right here. It's going to be out of the way, and it's not going to show on here. Because as you can see, we are just looking at these chutes, which are high up here. So I'm going to put this right back here, and if it does show, we will take it off and we'll put it down here. But when I put the back glass on, if it does show up on the top here, I'm guessing it is some type of brace. But I'm going to have to actually get another one of those screws for it, because those are countersunk screws. I'm going to have to get one for it. That screw is stripped. So we will get out the old toothpick. Break off the end. I don't use the points of the toothpicks. I just use the long part. It goes in that far. Break that off. Put that back in with the toothpicks. Set that to the side. Get my wood glue. We'll get a screw right there. So then we will take this, and I'm just waiting for my wood glue to come to the end. I like this wood glue because it's really thick. It's very thick wood glue. That goes in there. Put the wood glue back on. Since these holes are extremely super long, I'm probably just going to use 2 pop bumper base screws to hold that bar on. I'm going to put these back and we'll get 2 pop bumper base screws. Alright, we got 2 pop bumper base screws. They're countersunk like that, so let's do this first. Let's clean off the front of this. Again, spray on your towel. Now I can put somewhat of a little pressure on here. I don't have to hold it with my hand anymore. Since it's attached, it's not going anywhere. Get that. Get a dry side. We'll wipe it off. There, that actually looks pretty good. Alright. Like I said, since these are like countersunk screws, I'm not going to put that all the way because I want to be able to swing it. If this does show, I'll remove it to the bottom. Like I said, it was there, I believe. Don't know why. I don't know what the purpose of it is. Maybe just to keep the ball from popping it out, but I don't know. But like I said, I don't think it's going to show right there because we're only seeing just above this. This will be behind the glass and it will be above. You know, this still doesn't stick out far enough to touch the back glass. So if it does, I'll just move it down. But the ball's got its thing where, well, I can't fling it. Maybe I can this way. Can I fling it this way? There we go. I need to fix that one. It's gonna drive me nuts. That one that's all goofy. It's gonna drive me nuts. We will fix that. The one nail that's bent crooked. Didn't realize it. It's gonna totally drive me nuts if I don't straighten that out. I get this off, I should be able to just stick my hand in there and bend that one straight. Nope, not gonna risk it. Let's do it this way. Let's do it the correct way. Instead of my fingers, I have more leverage with the pliers and bend them all straight. My OCD is going to kick in. You know, these are probably just bent over all the years of these things just being whacked, or somebody was in here. But I'm gonna make them all so they're straight up and down. Just because my OCD is not allowing these to be crooked. Yeah, they've probably been there since day one. But my OCD will not allow it. Get them all as straight as I think I can. Okay, and I'm good to go. Come here. Alright. Put some screws back in. Of course. I'll have to wipe this back off again. Let's get these screws in here. I was just wondering if this was like a heat brace, because they used all 44 bulbs in here. So I wonder if this just got warm enough where they figured maybe there's going to be heat in here where it's going to flex it. Don't know. That one we're going to put a, what do you call it, in it now? Or we're going to just use one of the longer screws that I had for it. Nope. We're going to fix it. Yes, this is an electric screwdriver, but I don't hold it tight like one. That's why I allow it to slip like that. If I didn't, then I'd really be tearing everything up. That one I had cockeyed enough so the screw was just held in by the plastic. When I saw the hole, I'm like, oh, that kind of looks stripped. But I'm guessing the plastic was cockeyed enough with all the holes where it held that one in tight. So now I'm going to wait for my glue to come to the end again. Dunk that in there. Stick it in the hole. Put that in there. So that's how you fix your blast off mech or baguette. That's what they called it. I don't know, but let's see what it looks like now. Since I straighten everything out, I think it's better now. Those are straight to me. I'll see if I can flick it right. Oh yeah. Yes! I think it works beautiful. These Comet warm white LEDs, frosted warm white, these are the retro SMD bulbs. They're going to light that up beautifully. It's going to work perfect. I think that's about it. I had to have some bad shorter bulb in here. Well, normally when I do test these, I do take all these bulbs out before I even start testing them. And all these bulbs are going to take a lot of juice. And that's only a small little tester. I know it worked. I can illuminate a whole back glass with LEDs. I know I can't do them with bulbs. And I thought I had all these taken out, but I haven't. So that's why we don't have anything in there. And that is weird. There's a hole here, but there's no socket or wire for it. And there's never been one attached to the back. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is weird. Never made. Only got 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you got one number that was off, you didn't get a free game for a match. Yeah, that is weird. There's no wire for it. There's nothing here provided for it. Let's flip it around so you can see. See? There's no wires anywhere over here for it. You can see there was never a bulb in it. And the wire ends right there and it's soldered and folded over. That is crazy. So that was intended on being that way. Yeah, it's just never ever one there. So we are just like really flying off different things now. So anyways, I'll get this zoomed back out. Thanks everybody for watching this video. I hope it did help you in some way. Fix your baguette, or decide you don't want to fix it and you're going to let somebody else fix it. But this head is done. It's ready to get thrown back together, and we are going to go back to the playfield and start working on there. So everybody, thank you for watching. Cool stuff on the bottom here. Thumbs up, you subscribe, and you subscribe. Please like and share, and thank you all for watching to the end. Thank you very much. Later.